into orbit now.
Attention uncataloged vessel. Our systems have flagged you as suspect. You will submit to processing. It doesn't matter who we are. You've been flagged as a threat to others and yourself. You will submit. Please, don't make this harder than it has to be. We are Line 1. Prep for incapacitation.
Sounds like an engines are on full strength, like, what's your turn?
I've watched the comm beacon. By the time we arrive at Hanbel Station, they should be prepped for containment. Although, should I have told them to take extra precautions? I've never heard of a detainee needing 2 neural blasts. It happens. Never witnessed it myself, though. We stumbled across an interesting catch, that's for sure. Might even bag us some promotions. Regardless, I'll start getting them ready for him. Ah, damn it. Another ship is jumping in. Ow, we're being boarded.
Huh. Hair's a little shorter, I think. I don't know, hard to tell. But I'm fairly sure you're you. And it looks like I found you not a moment too late. Pins and needles, all over, am I right? Yeah. Nasty thing, that beam of theirs. First blast disables your ship, second disables anyone on board. Who am I? Is that what you asked? Well, don't worry, I'm here to help. Huh, that was almost coherent. You should be knee-deep in drool, barely able to remember which shoe goes on which foot. I'm actually impressed. But you'll have to give it a little more time before you can actually talk again, and be able to move more than just your head. Uh-huh, you don't say. Well, I'd love to continue this enthralling dialogue we've got going on, catch up on old times, but clock's ticking, so listen carefully. These guys who attacked you, it wasn't by accident. And if I hadn't intervened, you'd be on your way to a max security prison right now. These guys, they will come for you again, and right now there's precious little you could do to stop them. Listen, there'll be enemy reinforcements here at any moment, so I'm gonna use my ship to lure them away. Give them something else to chase for a while. Once you can walk again, come find me at these coordinates. I'll do everything I can to keep you safe. You have my word on that. Now, let's get you out of this, and back to your ship.
We're loose. scratch the paint.
Hello. May I be of assistance? Designation, some guy, unknown. All current station residents located in recreation area.
Ah, and there he is. Welcome to Stardock Alpha, my current home away from home. Glad you found your way here. Oh, thanks, although it's not really mine. I'll introduce you to the owner later. But for now, I imagine you have a lot of questions, and I do have answers for you. But first, we need to talk about the people who attacked you. The group that attacked you, they're called Watchtower. Not surprised if you've never heard of them. To say they're clandestine would be an understatement. From what I've gathered, it seems they've made it their life's work to hunt down and confine individuals they consider dangerous. Individuals like you. And me. They sure are. I've had more than a few run-ins with good old Watchtower. Most encounters have not gone well. I think I first got their attention after I dealt with a particularly nasty group of pirates. Since then, I've done my best to keep my head down, but it doesn't matter. Sooner or later, they always seem to catch up to you. Don't keep me in suspense. Let's hear it. First of all, congratulations, Ranger. You're a credit to the settled systems. But I suspect that's something Watchtower wouldn't really care about. Well, I suppose that answers that. These abilities of yours. I'd be interested in learning more about them. But that's something we can talk about later. What can you say about a secretive galaxy-wide organization? I don't know. I can offer some information, but a lot of this will be conjecture. Given how well they hide themselves, I think it stands to reason Watchtower has infiltrated the major governments. Maybe the larger corporations, too. And their technology, I don't know if they created it themselves, but what they have is cutting edge and dangerous. Oh, and the most important thing. If Watchtower gets their hands on someone, chances are you'll never see that person again. I'm glad you think so. But unfortunately for now, that's where the good news ends. Let me explain. When Watchtower came for you, I'm sure their method of capture didn't escape your notice. For people like us, Watchtower like to employ a particular device, a kind of energy weapon. The first blast disables your ship, the second disables you. Or at least, it's meant to. But you took that second burst and just kept on going, didn't you? Took a third to bring you down. Maybe now you're starting to get a picture on why Watchtower might be scared of you, huh? You'd think so, wouldn't you? But scared or not, they know if they hit you enough times, even the most hardy succumb to their weapon. Now, I'm a little sparse on the details, but I do know they call this weapon the Synapse Disruptor, which seems an apt name if you ask me. Oh, and here's the worst part. There's no foolproof counter to the Disruptor. None at all. Believe me, I've looked. I've tried. There's nothing. Huh, that was a bit doom and gloom of me, wasn't it? All right. Let me backtrack and rephrase things. There is no technological counter to this weapon. No magic shields or special kind of hull plating. But this brings me to why I made contact. I have devised a strategy that would keep you and me safe from Watchtower's impromptu abductions. But the catch is, it's not something I can do alone, and it's gonna take effort. I'm gonna need your help on this, and you're gonna need mine. Oh man, you do not want to know. Well, actually, you do. I mean, you did just ask. Okay, how do I say this? Everyone has potential, though most never quite reach it. If Watchtower captures you, it's not just your freedom they take. They steal from you your full potential. I think you know what I'm talking about. I can see it in your eyes. There's something about you. You're at the start of a great journey. Watchtower would take that away from you. That's why you need to avoid them. I mean, I'm no expert, but it does seem like an incredibly sophisticated weapon. Definitely more powerful than a common variety stunner. Never ran across anything like it. Say what you like about Watchtower, but they've got some damn fancy tech at their disposal. As best as I can tell, the Disruptor can't knock you out if your ship still has power, which is likely why its first shot disables your ship's systems. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Kinda wish I knew myself, because however they found you, it's likely the same way they keep finding me. All I know is that you'll be minding your own business, then without warning, in jump a whole bunch of Watchtower ships. And they're not aiming to kill you, they're trying to capture you. And believe me, you do not want to be captured by them. Well, that one, I can answer. You see, I was already on the lookout for you. I knew Watchtower would be searching for you, and I also knew they'd probably find you before I did. So I kept an eye on Watchtower comm lines, waited to see if any patrols reported spotting you, or worse, capturing you. Which they did, and since they launched a comm beacon, I was able to intercept that, and then follow its trail back to where you were, just in time to save your ass. Which, by the way, you are most welcome for. It's fairly simple, really. Maybe you already noticed, but Watchtower's Disruptor. It takes a while to charge between bursts. And as long as your ship has power, it needs to hit you at least twice in order to incapacitate. Now, if you're flying about all by your lonesome, it's not too difficult for Watchtower to blast you as many times as they need. But what if you weren't by yourself? What if you had the support of other ships? In a nutshell, here's my strategy. You don't fly alone anymore. Instead, you get some buddies, you get more ships, you get a fleet. Then, even if Watchtower track you down and get a shot in with their Disruptor, with other ships there to cover you, they'd never get a second hit, giving you time to recover, get back in the fight, and avoid capture. Think about it. It makes sense, right? Okay, good. I'm happy you're on board with this fleet idea. You know that the first time that we... Oh, right. Yeah, we've not really been introduced yet, have we? Let's rectify that. My name's Torin. Just Torin. I guess you could say I'm a traveler. Yeah, I travel the stars. Here and there, and sometimes back again. And it's likely during those travels I got the attention of Watchtower. And been trying to shake him off ever since. Why does that not surprise me? You know, I once heard it said that travel broadens the mind. I think we might both agree there's some truth to that. I think nothing of it. Just doing what's right. Okay then, if we're going to make this fleet idea work, it's about time we get a move on, before Watchtower catches us with our pants down. Proactive. I like it. All right. Here's how we're going to pull this fleet thing off. First, we need some hardware. Equipment, especially designed to handle this sort of thing. Had a pal look into it, and he figured out what we'll need. A Model 2 Fleet Sync control node. And he knows where we can find one, too. But the problem is, control node's not easily accessible. It's stored away in an old facility with no simple way in. But I got a solution for that. Here, catch! Hey, good eye. What you're holding there is a flare, similar to the ones the UC and Freestar Collective used in the war, just a different manufacturer. Works the same though. If you're planet side, just toss it on the ground to mark a spot, then depending on what the flare signaled, ships in orbit can fire down whatever was requested. Emergency backup, supplies, or sometimes just a good old airstrike. Or orbit strike, I guess. They called them skydrops, right? Very versatile, very useful. And now, very illegal to use thanks to the armistice. At least, illegal for the military. But we're not military. I got a skydrop system rigged up to my ship, and that's what we're going to use to get into that facility and grab the hardware we need. Ah, come on, I don't want to ruin the surprise. That's half the fun. Before revealing the specifics, I'll let your imagination run wild just a little while longer. That's what I like to hear. Time to get moving. Jump in your ship and meet me outside. Hail me when you're ready and we'll plot a course. I'm glad we're doing this. You and me. We'll show Watchtower they picked the wrong people to mess with. This time.
We've detached. Let's get out of here.
We're gonna be jumping to Eridani 3 in the Eridani system. Once we're there, we can get things started. You good to go? We'll do a quick scan of the planet, find the facility with the fleet control node, make our way inside, grab the loot, and get out of there. Okay then, power up your grav drive and take point. I'll be right behind you.
I will never get tired of that.
And here we are at sunny Eridani 3. Receiving your telemetry.
There it is. I see our facility, near one of the poles. Huh. Gren wasn't kidding. Most of it's buried under ice. Won't be easy to get inside. But no problem. That's why we've got Skydrop. All we need to do is... Hey, I'm detecting incoming ships. They're small. Look like drones. Watchtower drones, damn! They probably detected our scan. We'll have to deal with them before we can head to the planet's surface. Don't worry, these things aren't big enough to carry disruptors. Still, they can do some damage, so let's take them out as fast as we can.
Target threat drive is disabled. Enemy's ground drive disabled. Critical damage to the enemy's ground drive. Enemy's jump drive is offline.
Glad it was just drones. Okay then, let's get back to the plan. I'll need to stay in orbit in order to use Skydrop. You'll need to land and find the exterior of the facility. Once you're there, I'll provide further instructions. No. Drones are built for close quarters combat. You know, dogfights. They aren't capable of traveling or transmitting data beyond a solar system. Unless there are other Watchtower ships nearby, which I doubt. We're safe. Make sure you keep warm. Conditions down there don't seem overly hospitable. Okay, have a good landing.
Landing initiated. Watch for flaring.
You need to harvest any organic materials. Now would be the time.
Make your way there and I'll start prepping Skydrop.
I appreciate you taking the risk.
Looks like you're there. Okay, here's what you need to do. In order for Skydrop to work, the ship deploying needs pinpoint coordinates and a drop request. So, take out that flare I gave you, punch in a request for a surface missile, then throw the flare near the exposed portion of the facility. That's right, we're blasting this sucker open. And I've only got one missile on board, so make sure you don't mess up. Okay, that's a good read. System's got a lock, missile loaded, Skydrop deploying. Ah, nice work. Now we've got to way inside. Oh, shit. Perhaps I should have mentioned this sooner. This is an old Watchtower facility we're breaking into. But I didn't expect them to have mechs. Your weapons won't scratch it. And we just used our only Skydrop. Shit. Oh, I got an idea. Get some distance between you and that mech. Now. All right, remember, Watchtower is still looking to capture you. So find the control node, get back to Stardock, and my friends there will help you. And if we don't see each other again, best of luck. I got complete confidence in you. Hey, you want to see something cool? Fix your eyes on the mech. And say goodbye in 3, 2, 1. Touchdown.
Is there a you cannot defeat?
Catastrophic damage. Beginning damage. All systems.
decent fighter and skilled hacker, is there nothing you cannot do?
All system. And I have completed my search pattern. I detected no hostiles in the area.
The spoils of victory. Hopefully they amount to something. can succeed at that before we are discovered.
Hey, you found it. All by yourself, too. Well done. You so sure? I mean, here I am. And I don't seem to be dead. Guess I do have some explaining to do. But not here. Not now. We'll be safer back at Stardock. We can talk more there. And also get started on your fleet. Yep, this particular make and model is exactly what we need. At least according to Gren. You've not met him yet, but once we're back at Stardock, I'll make the necessary introductions. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bail on you like that, but I'll make it up to you, I promise. Sounds good to me. Now call me crazy, but I don't think my ship is going to be flying anytime soon. So I'm going to have to bum a ride. Don't worry though, I am a great co-pilot. I only ever crash ships when I mean to.